What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and boy, oh boy, is today a special day. Not, well, I mean, in some ways, I guess it's a little special, but boy, a lot of the news seemingly has been delayed and just pushed off, I think, for a couple different reasons. One, because of things in the U.S., and then secondly, because of God of War Ragnarok. I'm not kidding around when I say, I really, and I really don't like that games have done this, but it is fair to assume and to kind of just infer based off what we've seen that games are outright afraid of God of War Ragnarok. I mean, today, of course, is Sonic Frontiers Day, that more than anything. And then tomorrow is God of War Ragnarok Day, or technically tonight. And pretty exciting overall. Pretty exciting stuff. And like I said, I really don't think maybe games are scared of Sonic because overall there's really not a lot of news besides like Gears of War, a couple things here and there. The Horizon MMO is a pretty big deal, I think, at least to me. Yet again, if it's a mobile game, that could be kind of, not great. I don't know if I like that or not. But boy, oh boy, here we go. God of War Ragnarok. Hello, everybody. Trash Can, Titan Gamer, Epic, Scares Cell, Detective Cobra, Philip. What's going on, guys? Picking up my copy in 15 minutes. I'm so excited. Nice. Yeah, I have to wait. I mean, what time is it here? It's 1:45 my time. The game unlocks at 10 p.m. because 10 for me is midnight Eastern. So I got a little bit of waiting to do before I can actually play it. I guess I got I got 8 hours left. And I'm going to stay up a little bit. I'm probably going to play like 2 hours of it tonight and kind of go from there. 2 hours, I think, should be. And the thing is, like, I think I did that for The Last of Us Part 2 as well. I waited till 10 o'clock, and then I probably played more than 2 hours for The Last of Us. And, but I don't know. God of War, it's like we've heard so many great things about the first couple hours, right? That so many big things happens in the first couple hours. So I feel like I can do the first couple hours, get the big moments, and then, sleep it off, and then go back in tomorrow and play it. So we'll see how it goes. Do you think it's because Gotham Knights has no Batman, why it's so mixed? No, like I said kinda. Like I said on Twitter, buddy. I think it's part of the reason, but I don't think Gotham Knights is mixed just because of Batman. I think the game is mixed because it's a mixed game. Why not do this on the main channel? I have 3 videos. I have 3 videos already going up. I got 2, and then another one on Callisto Protocol will go up soon. So, but honestly, too, I didn't have much to do for this channel. There was no news that I felt would have, shocked the world that I could have put on this channel. So I decided, hey, because I think on the main channel, you guys will have to let me know. I could stream God of War. I'm thinking of doing that at least for Friday, but I could also do it tomorrow and Thursday. So you guys will just have to let me know. My wife is, I think, okay with me playing it without her. So if you guys want me to live stream it during the day, I'm not going to do it for like the full day because I'll do other videos. But so a lot of live streams you'll see this week from me on the main channel will be literally playing it. You won't probably see my face. So I thought, kind of where I read your comments here and we talk, that'll be this kind of live stream. And then either next week or the week of Thanksgiving, I'm going to do a Hogwarts Legacy kind of special thing. And leading into Christmas, I want to do, some guest streams and have different kind of events, hopefully like the week before or the week of Christmas and New Year's, just maybe even stream every day, not on the holidays, but I do want to stream a lot of the time and either play games or do Hogwarts related events or do events for Forspoken or other things. So all sorts of stuff coming. Honestly, I got a lot of ideas up in the old noggin, and you have time to come up with ideas because my calendar is kind of empty. There's not much going on. Besides God of War, of course. And next week is The Devil in Me. I mean, nobody's talking about that game at all. I think part of the reason is because it comes out same day as Callisto. I think also The Quarry is bigger than it, and The Quarry already came out. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, yeah, and TGA videos, yes. So, I'm going to probably make a note. Maybe the week of Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's, 2 weeks on Thursday? So maybe that week earlier in the week, we'll start to predict. We'll talk about like if things will be there. I'll go over what I think should win based off of Jeff's announcements. So there'll be a ton of Game Awards videos, and then flipping my calendar over here, then the Game Awards will happen, and we'll go from there. Now at the end of the year, I don't know why this is suddenly becoming like a channel update live stream. That's basically what this is now, right? Normally in December and January, and I'll probably do this on the main channel too, do kind of like an update video. I like to talk about just loads of different games, like what's going on with Avatar, or what's going on with Sly, or a Prototype, or, I kind of just look through a catalog of franchises that have games, Kingdom Hearts, I'll just talk about them. So I like to do that for like 30 games. I've been doing that. I do it every half year, and it tends to do really well. People like it, so we'll see how that goes. Plus coverage on Callisto and Crisis Core and Midnight Suns and Evil West. So lots of stuff. All right, let me read through some of the comments. If you want me to talk about anything, you let me know. And besides that, I'll probably just do more update things in the live stream. Will you play in quality or performance? Oh God. Probably. I think I gotta do. Do I have to do performance? The game needs to run well for me, and it is kind of a fast-paced game. Like everything's kind of in front of you generally, so I don't know how. Like, which one is whatever one? The game can do more than 30 frames. I don't know. Maybe I'll start the game, play like the first 10 minutes, and see. Can you change it as you're playing it? I'll have to look it up. I'm staying up till midnight for it as well. Yeah, I'm kind of, my eyes itching. I see it in my replay. My midnight is 10 o'clock, so I kind of have an advantage. If you're on the West Coast, if you're on Pacific time, you only have to stay awake till 9 p.m., and then you can get the game. So I'll stay awake till 10, and then I'll probably play it until midnight. My eye is so itchy. I'll probably play it till midnight, my time. So I'll play it probably 2 hours, go to bed, wake up, see if there's any news, which honestly there probably won't be, and then go. There's not even like Hogwarts stuff. Like I just made a Scream video that's done. I just got to put it up for like later in the week. I do have a couple Hogwarts like theory videos that I'm thinking of, but even that, like there's no news. Like nothing's happening. The last couple, this whole year has been like this. It's gone. Like there was a wave for like a good month. I'd say all of August was like there was just so much news every single day, and then it just stopped. Then just nothing for a while, and it just went up. And I think February was like that, where there's absolutely nothing besides the games. There was a lot of games in February. Maybe it was March, but there's been a lot of times this year where just the gaming industry says we got nothing to talk about. N7 Day was yesterday, which was pretty exciting, but I think that'll die off considering that game doesn't come out for a while. Quick question. If you don't want to search for gears or any of that. Oh, if you don't want to search for gear or any of that, can you still beat Gotham Knights? Yeah. It gets there. I think the difficulty in Gotham Knights gets pretty tough towards the very end. The enemies get kind of ridiculous. But once you get more powerful, it's like replaying it, New Game Plus, and you're so powerful, you can rifle through it. Anton, what's up, buddy? Yeah, there's the one. This is the right side of my face. She's over there. And then the other one's walking around. When do you think we'll see Lord of the Rings Gollum again? That's a good game for my lists, my series I just said. So I will put that on my list. Sometime in December, I'll be watching The Polar Express, a classic, although their faces are very scary. J99, I was in 924, 942. 924 rolls off the tongue better. But what's up, buddy? I am going to get Callisto. Yeah, Callisto looks awesome. Do you see a new Life is Strange releasing? No, I missed the franchise quite a bit. I mean, it's actually odd that Life is Strange just, it comes out and then it's only been a year. And I miss it quite a bit. I miss Life is Strange a lot. Even though we got the remaster. Actually, that was also in February, or was it late January of this year that we're in right now? And I loved replaying Life is Strange 1. So, what's up as usual? What's up? It's 8 a.m. for me, so when stores open, it's game time. Oh my god. Plus Black Panther 2 premieres tonight. Nice. I, I, this could be controversial. I may skip Black Panther. I've been having a real movie theaters have really been like messing with me with like anxiety. I won't go too far into it to bore you, but it hasn't been, I'll tell you this, it hasn't been fun, legitimately fun going to see movies since like February. And I don't know what's the problem. But I don't know. I don't like actively want to go to the theaters anymore because of certain things. So I think I'll probably skip Black Panther. I think a movie from now on, movies really got to get me. And Black Panther, I mean, I think it will be pretty good. But I mean, I'll wait 3 months. I'll be able to see on Disney Plus. So I think that's how I'll do Black Panther. Well, Callisto comes out after The Devil in Me, so I'll definitely play Now, the question, Philip, will be, can I beat God? Because so you got God of War tomorrow, and then you have Devil in Me and Pokemon, which I'm not gonna play, but my wife and daughter actually I just bought Scarlet and Violet, so we bought both versions for them, and that comes out next Friday. So the question is, can I beat God of War in, no joke, 8 days? Can I beat God of War in 8 days? The answer is yes. I will beat God of War in 8 days. I don't want to rush, but I just think naturally I will beat it in 8 days. Because then it's The Devil in Me. That's a short game. I should be able to finish that Friday, Saturday, like the 19th. Then Evil West is the 22nd. That should take a couple days. Thanksgiving. And then you got 1 week. And then Callisto and Midnight Suns come out. So I'll probably have a 1 week break where maybe I'll play Halo, the winter update. Like I'll do something. I'll play. Or no, I forgot Somerville, the game Somerville, which comes out on Tuesday. So there'll be some games. But I think there should be about 1 week of a break. Then Callisto and Midnight Suns, and then the week after that's Game Awards, and the week after that on the 13th, is it? 15th, 13th is Crisis Core. So you got like a week and a half between Callisto and Midnight Suns and then Crisis Core. And that's it. Then High on Life. Like there's a couple other things, but it's going to be a race to the finish. And then once you're done with that, then it's kind of dead for like 1 month. But then you got Fire Emblem, you got Forspoken, you got Dead Space, you got Dead Island 2, you got Hogwarts Legacy. I mean, it doesn't stop. You get like 3 weeks off. That's like me. I get 3 weeks off. It depends on who you are as a player. But Mr. Meme, to your quality versus performance, what are you gonna do for God of War? I feel like I would go. What did I say? Shoot, I forgot. Performance? I think I'd go performance. Let me know what you would do though. I'm in the UK, so only 3 hours to go for me. You lucky duck. Yeah. Yeah, they do. Being in the UK does have some privileges, huh? This Saturday will be the PS5 2-year anniversary. Oh my God, I didn't realize that it was the 12th. When was the PS4? That was like the 7th, I think, or the 6th. The 7th sounds familiar. Oh, that was like it. Oh man, we missed the. And that was what, 2013. So next year in November will be 10 years on the PS4. Jesus. And they're still making games for it. I did play some Sonic Frontiers today. Pretty good from what I've played like it so far. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, Sonic, I feel like I'm in a good place with Sonic where I was not blown away with anything that I've seen. I'm happy that people are liking it. Like there's nothing wrong with that at all. I'm happy about that. But I'm not getting that game for full price. And as I just walked you through my schedule, when in God's name am I going to get it? So I think I've talked about this before, but like Sonic, Bayonetta 3, and Mario Rabbids. Those are 3 games that I want to get down the line. Probably around Christmas time or Black Friday, I'll get them all, and then I won't play them until December. And so during that 1 month break that we have, Bayonetta, Sonic, Mario, maybe play an old game or two, and then jump into the new stuff again. So that's kind of my plan. Even if you don't upgrade, I think you still have to upgrade in Gotham Knights. You definitely have to be crafting better suits and doing the mods, but you don't have to be like religiously doing it. The EU in a second phase. Yep. I think March of 2023 now is the new deadline. So this deal is not going to go through until like halfway through next year. And I think they wanted it to go through like now. You know what I mean? So that does suck that it's taken so long. Do you think the new NetherRealm game will be at the Game Awards? That seems pretty likely. ADs and people. ADs. What are ADs? Do you think we are in a decline for superhero movies? Yes. Oh, easily. We are easily in a decline. I like Black Adam for what it was. I don't think about it often. You know what I mean? And Black Panther, the first one, was a solid movie. It's probably the most overrated or overhyped film I think ever in existence because of what people were saying when that movie came out. That it was like Christ reborn and all that stuff. It's definitely I'd say it's in the upper half of Marvel films easily. Black Panther 1 definitely is in the upper half, especially the newer ones that have come out. But it's not like the greatest thing of all time. With that being said, like I said, I would normally see Black Panther 2. It's just because of whatever's going on with movie theaters that I'm not gonna go see. Like, it needs to be something big. So like Scream, I'll go see. Mario, I definitely want to see Mario. Stuff like that. So what else? John Wick Chapter 4 or whatever it's called. I would definitely see that. I've heard American cinemas are really bad when it comes to experience and the people there. Bummer. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say without getting too personal. It's not actually the theater. It's just like certain anxiety things. Whatever PTSD like things. I don't know. The Nicole Kidman thing. I haven't seen the Nicole Kidman thing in a long time though, and I still go to the same theaters I normally go to. Yep, RE4 remake. 4K 40 frames per second mode. Okay. Maybe I'll lean into it. I'll go for quality. I'm a rare breed where I don't notice FPS and that stuff. I to be honest, I don't think I do either. It's mainly, well, it's like if it's like super bad. If it's like egregious, is that the right word? Egregiously bad. Like Gotham Knights, the frame rate can sometimes just die. And you can I notice it. I very much notice it. Most, like if it's a small drop in FPS, I don't really care. And I would say I don't notice it generally. If it's bad and noticeable, then I notice it. but Gotham Knights was a bad one, honestly, to me. What happened to Little Devil Inside? I know. I always get confused. I don't know if I've ever messed it up in a video, but like the devil in me and then Little Devil Inside. You don't want to confuse the two because they're very different games. But I think it'll well, I don't know. I've joked that I don't think that game's going to release. If there was ever a game to not release, it's that game. But I do think it'll come out. I do think, eventually. Theory for Cobra Kai Season 6? It could be the last one. There's my theory. Which one would be scarier? Callisto Protocol. Callisto. Devil in Me, all of those Dark Pictures anthology games, they are generally a little scary. They know what they're doing when it comes to horror, but I don't know. They're not the scariest. Like, and I don't think Callisto Protocol is going to be like the scariest thing of all time either, but I mean, Dead Space was pretty terrifying, and I think they know what they're doing with this game. And like the lighting and the audio and all that stuff. So, but I think if you're comparing the two, I think easily Callisto is going to be scarier for sure. I'm excited for Dead Island 2. Me too. Honestly, me too. Now, the thing with Dead Island, there's two issues with it. Number one, it releases 7 days before. Technically, it doesn't. Technically, it releases 4 days before the early access for Hogwarts Legacy. That's bad. That's very bad. And then secondly, the issue going against it is I constantly forget it exists. Even though when they showed it, it looked great. So I think it just needs more promotion. And I think it should kind of be fine, to be honest with you. Crazy Brazil and Saudi Arabia proves the deal, but not the EU and the UK. I don't think Saudi Arabia cares about any of it. But yeah. No, it is kind of crazy. And I don't know. I don't really buy... Like, yes, obviously Sony's petitioning to have it not happen and all that stuff. I think even without Sony being so, like, in their face about it, I still think they generally would have done some of this stuff. I just think it makes sense why you would be cautious. And I don't have a problem with it. Let the deal go through. Honestly, let the deal go through. If Sony wants to buy up whoever's next, they buy them. If Microsoft wants to buy the next group, they buy them. But there is something to, Microsoft promises that COD would remain, multi, but a promise is nothing. A promise is just words. So, unless it's like legally binding, and you have a game as big as Call of Duty is, and Activision Blizzard, like I get, and I think Phil Spencer even said that, I get why there would be these regulators that are concerned about it and would look into it, because this is a huge company that you're absorbing. And if you do make it all exclusive to yourself, that's a big deal. So I don't think there's anything wrong with like making sure everything's good. But it is kind of surprising, I guess, how slow it's gone. Well, we'll see. Indiana Jones or I.O. Bond at Game Awards? I don't think the I.O. game, but Indiana Jones. At some point, we have to see the Indiana Jones. But when you look at like the rumors for what's coming down the line for Xbox, like Indiana Jones isn't coming out next year. It probably isn't even coming out 2024. So, like the thing is, when they showed Indiana Jones, did they start making it like a few months before then? The answer is probably yes. So they are probably super early in development, and that's just why we haven't seen it. Just saw that Hogwarts Legacy for Switch will be digital only. Yeah, so that would reinforce the cloud stuff, using the cloud to render it or whatever. You have to stream it from the cloud. That's not surprising to me. I've been saying that. So that's not shocking. Until Dawn was scary. It was. Until Dawn was a pretty scary game. When are you starting Ragnarok? I am starting it in 7 hours and 55 minutes. I'm not going to live stream for the 7 hours and 55 minutes, but 10 o'clock my time, so 8 hours if you round. 8 hours, and then I'll be playing it. I'll play it for a few hours. And, I'm so excited for it. I really am. Like, I think the lead up to Ragnarok has reminded me how much I love God of War. Like, I've always loved it, and it's been a franchise I've cared about and rooted for a long time. And, like, there's nothing really like, and I'm not saying like a Sony thing. It's not like there's something special to like a Sony release. There's something special to a really big game coming out. Like, there's something special leading into God of War. There was something special for Gotham Knights. I don't think it's even on the same level. I think God of War is bigger. Like Starfield will be big when it actually releases. It's like, holy God. And there's not a lot of games that can do that. Starfield, God of War, I think Breath of the Wild, or is it Tears of the Kingdom or Tears of the Kingdom? Legend of Zelda, like that'll be one. Hogwarts will obviously be one. Like Forspoken won't. Redfall won't. Like certain games just don't have the same impact. And of course, then there's personal preference. Like the next Kingdom Hearts game will just blow my mind, right? That's not going to happen for everybody. Kingdom Hearts is not the most popular franchise of all time. So, yeah. Last of Us Part 3. Oh, not for a while. Jim crying dance moves Ryan. That's a long one. What's the short nickname for him? Jim crying Ryan? Is that his thing, or what's the thing? By the way, I don't care. If you want to make fun of him, or if you don't want to make fun of him, that's totally fine. I like Sony. I like them all. I'm not biased. Although some people say I am, which is hilarious. Actually, Parker, I'm pretty sure you've said I'm biased before. When does The Witcher 3 PS5 come out? I honestly think it's December at this point, like mid-December. So, that's what I think. I have to work all day tomorrow, so I can't wait to get home from work and play God of War. Nice. When you say all day, is it like a 9 to 5 kind of thing? And so when you get home, like you got time? Or what is it? What's one of your favorite parts of God of War? Ooh, good question, Philip. Honestly, I love all of God of War 3 is my favorite one. So I love the opening. Poseidon is incredible. I love the ending. I'd say the first half of God of War 3 is like almost perfect, like a perfect game. Then it slows down quite a bit, and then it kind of picks up, obviously, with the Zeus fight. So those are like the highlights of 3 are my favorite. God of War 2018, going through like memory lane, like seeing Athena, that was a great scene. The opening is really, really cool. Fighting Baldur is really, really cool. I guess like the highlights of the bigger moments of that game. Not to like, cop out or stuff, but yeah. And then even God of War 2018, I would say once you beat it and you get very, very powerful, going back to fighting the Valkyries and kind of like cleaning them up, that was one of the more enjoyable. Because when I first played the game, I didn't do that. I think I killed maybe one of them. When I replayed it, I did all of it. I did, the trials to get to like the 7th one or whatever. And I just went through all the Valkyries in one night. And then I beat, how do you say it, Sigurn or however, the last one. I beat that one the day after, which took me like 2 hours. So that was just like challenging, but it felt so good. And you just get like fighting those Valkyries in 2018 on I guess medium difficulty. You just get a real appreciation for how solid those controls are, because they're so tight, and you just learn, throw the axe and then call it back and then block and use this runic attack, and it's like everything is so precise. And it's a different fighting style than God of War 3. I love to death the hack and slash in God of War 3 style, but you really get an appreciation when you fight harder enemies in God of War 2018, just how seemingly like well thought out everything in that game is. It's like, at least the fighting mechanics. So, do you think Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League will be better than Gotham Knights? Oh god. My initial reaction would be to say yes. But I also think it could be worse. Easily. Because of the live service stuff. So I don't actually know. I don't know. Gut reaction would be yes. I think it'd be better. What do you think will happen after Ragnarok? Will there be more games? Yeah, so like Parker said, I think Cory Barlog is working on a new one, right? I don't know if it's the sci-fi one or what is it, or if it's something else, but there will be a new IP, which I don't really think is going to be all that far behind. Like, I think we could get a new Santa Monica game in the next 2 years. Not like next year. Like, I think you'll have to go to the max of that 2 years. But you'll probably that, and then the next one will be God of War. We probably won't see God of War again for another, well, I mean, is it really that long to say like 5 years? Because it's been 5 years. Or it's been 4.5, which is pretty close. So I don't think we'll see a God of War game for another 5 or so years. Maybe like the first year of the next gen PS6. No, I start work at 8 a.m. and get home at 6 p.m. Holy God. So it's not what did I say, a 9 to 5? It's a 8 to 6. A little bit longer than a normal shift. Oh man. Well, then you got a little bit of time, right? You get home, and that's what I told my I think my wife's okay with me doing it, with me playing the game on my own. But I told her originally, I was like, if you want me to play it only with you, every second you're home, I'm gonna be playing the game. Like, it's just how it's gonna go. So it depends on how Ragnarok ends. Yeah, I mean, I think there'll be another. I just think there'll be another God of War game. I wanted to do because I did a lot of theories and predictions leading into Ragnarok, but I never, I guess, made a theory about where the next, mythology is going to be, and if there'll be like a God of War. But like, will there be a God of War 6 or whatever? I don't even know what number we're on right now. Because if you count Ascension, like if it's 1, 2, 3, and then God of War 2018 is 4, and then this one's 5, that's not exactly fair, because you're missing like Ghost of Sparta, etc., and you're also missing Ascension. So this is really like God of War 7 or 8. You know what I mean? But I do think there'll be more. But I wanted to make a theory video of where's it gonna go, and I thought of even doing it today, and it's like, yeah, but you know what? The game is out. The game is out already. And to some people, and I don't know. I don't really see the need. Wonder what the God of War channels will do in the meantime. Yeah, I mean, don't get me started on that one. No, I wonder that question. Not like a slight on anybody. It's more of like, some of them adapt, some of them don't care, and they just let them. You know what I mean? Where it's like, once a thing comes out for a channel that only covers said thing, the channel has a couple options. It can reinvent itself entirely. It can completely die. It can accept that it's going to die, and then it'll come back the next game. You know what I mean? And those are, I guess, those are probably like the three options overall. And I'm always kind of curious and interested to see what channels do when that kind of stuff happens. I see it all the time because I cover so many different kinds of games. But all three of them are valid. I mean, like, riding off into the sunset. If you're like a God of War channel and you just like crushed it, good for you. Like, you did great. Like, that's awesome. And then you just die. And if you're fine with that, it's like, okay, that's fine. Or then you let yourself die until the next God of War game, and then you bounce back, and there's just a long break. Or you pivot and you become something else's main coverage channel thing. So yeah. I don't have that problem. I always watch other people do it. I try to like what's the quote? Have your cake and eat it too. I try to do that. Do you think that Amy Hennig's Marvel game will be live service or play with? Oh man, I don't think it'll be live service. I don't think it'll be. I think it was confirmed. Was it confirmed to not be co-op? I don't know for sure. I think you'll play as all four of them. I don't think it's a co-op game. I think you'll just play as them all. Yeah, hopefully a Life is Strange announcement next year, and then it would come out like the year after. That'd be kind of fun. I can play for like 5 hours, then go to bed because I have the same shift the day after, but I have all the time in the world this weekend. Nice. Yeah, kind of me too, actually. Like, this weekend I got nothing going on, and so it's just gonna... This weekend is when I hopefully will beat it, to be honest with you. How many hours do you believe God of War Ragnarok's going to have? From what people have said, it's like a 30-hour story and then like a 50-hour to do everything. There was the IGN girl that said she was like 70-plus hours in. I haven't really seen anybody else say that. I think she was just slow at the game, which is fine. But that's what I from what I've seen, kind of overwhelmingly, 30 hours is like the max for the story, and that's doing some side stuff. And then to do everything, get the platinum, clean up, probably 50. So that's not that bad. I've only watched playthroughs of God of War. I think I did one of the older games. I watched my step-aunt play it. Nice. Yeah. My wife forgot something at her work. I mean, for me, I've said this story before, but like going into like God of War 3, that era, that was the first time I played the games. Back when I was young, super young, I would go to my friend's house, and he had an older guy, like a friend, but he was like 15 years older than him, but like their parents knew or whatever. And I watched / played God of War 2 and 1 just a little bit in his room. So my friend, a person he knew. And so that's the only thing I did growing up. Then when we got to God of War 3 time, about that year, I played all of them. So I played 1, 2, I played Ghost, like all that stuff. I cleaned up the God of War portfolio, and then I played God of War 3, and then I was up to date after that. And then Ascension. I liked Ascension. Honestly, I'm one of the few that liked Ascension. But I had jumped on late, considering God of War. One was God of War 1, 2005 maybe, and then 3 was 10. I mean, I guess you made 3 games in 5 years. Jesus, people. If you think about how quick games were made, like just 10 years ago, it's actually nuts. Did you know? And I think I remember this yesterday. Like Mass Effect 2 and 3 released in back-to-back years. Did anybody remember that? Isn't that kind of insane to think about? That Mass Effect freaking 2, one of the best games ever created, then was followed up with a shaky game, but a game that was very filled with things and stuff, and those came out 1 year apart. That's nuts. That's nuts. I think Sly 2 and 3 came out in back-to-back years as well, or maybe a year and a half apart. So, you can find many examples of games that did that. Halo, I think, came out pretty quick. Alex, when do you think we will see release the Wonder Woman game? Hopefully we see it next year, and hopefully it comes out 2024. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm sorry I missed your comment. I guess I read right over it. Ready Player One, what's up? What's up, Alex? Can't wait for Ragnarok tomorrow. Hope you enjoy it and just beat Gotham Knights. I really enjoyed it. Had a lot of fun with it. Nice. Yeah, well, thank you. And I will. I'll do my best. Yeah, Gotham Knights, I think, is a fun time. I think people enjoyed it. And I'm happy that people enjoyed it. So I don't know if that's the path I want to see them do going down the line. But, hey, game's a game. And I had a lot of fun. I mean, it's actually nuts. Like, I do feel like there's a part of me missing after covering that game for so long, and then now it's out. And now I don't cover it as much because there's nothing to talk about. But once the Heroic Assault comes out, or yeah, I think it's Heroic Assault, I'll play it again. And Suicide Squad, I'll have a huge lead up to that. It won't be as long. See, the lead up to Suicide Squad for like videos and stuff, I won't make 200 videos on Suicide Squad because the game comes out probably in 6 to 8 months, right? Whereas Gotham Knights was 2 years. So even God of War, God of War I made a lot of videos on in the last month alone. I'm so excited for God of War. I'm buying it today and playing it tomorrow when I get my daughter to bed so I don't have any distractions. Nice. Yeah. You got to do what you got to do. Honestly, daylight savings time could even come tomorrow where clocks just randomly change and daughters have to go to bed earlier than they think they do. You know what I mean? You got to do what you got to do. So I don't really have, my daughter's almost 9. So, she has a bedtime, but, she can do a lot of it on her own, and I just, say goodnight and all that stuff. And she'll be in bed by, 9. So when 10 o'clock comes around tonight, there's no distraction. It's me. I have dogs. It's me, the TV, and that's it. And my wife would be next to me. Actually, Amy said it would be like Uncharted. Yes, it will be like Uncharted. Ragnarok, Gotham Knights, Modern Warfare 2, and Madden 23. Nice. Yeah, I've seen so much praise for Modern Warfare, and I haven't played a Call of Duty game in 8 years maybe. So, I don't know. Maybe this is the time to go back. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Mass Effect 2 and 3. I know Mass Effect 3 was 20. Let me look. Maybe I just fed you some fake news. Let me look. Mass Effect 2 was 2010. January of 2010. Okay, 2 years. Sorry. 2010 to 2012. January to March. And Mass Effect 1, I think, was 07. Still, 2 years? Imagine God of War. Well, it would be like this: God of War 2018, and then 2 years later we get Ragnarok in 2020. It doesn't happen nowadays. You know what I mean? It would. You know what game it would work really well for now would be Final Fantasy VII Remake. If we could have them at the speed that we got games 10 years ago, that would be really nice. Now Sly Cooper, I'm pretty sure I'm right though. I think Sly either 2 and 3 or 1 and 2. Was only a year and a half apart. Pretty darn confident in that. Pretty sure. Suicide Squad, I can't wait to play as Harley. I hope we get to customize our characters. Yeah. I'm pretty pumped to play as all of them, honestly. That's one of the most tantalizing, is that the right word? Parts of it, is to do that. Any games you have in mind might get remakes? Ooh, God. Well, not predictions. I would want Infamous. I think Infamous 1 could get a remake. I think Uncharted 1 could get a remake. One day, I swear to God, one day Kingdom Hearts will be remade. And that'll be a very confusing, emotional day. But I do think that'll happen. I think you can remake the first Red Dead, to be honest. I don't know if it'll ever happen, but you could do that. Just trying to fire different, not just, PlayStation. Some of them weren't PlayStation exclusives. Sly Cooper, I think, would like one. The first God of War. There's plenty of games. I don't know how much we need remakes. I think some games deserve it. Obviously more than other games, though. Modern Warfare 2 is alright. It has better maps than Modern Warfare 2019 as well. I think it did Battlefield better than Battlefield. Yeah, I started to watch Angry Joe's review, in which he talked about it's Battlefield, but better Battlefield with that ground war. So I saw that. Yeah, I don't know. Like, well, I mean, like I said, earlier in the stream, I just ran you through the next like 4 months of my life. When am I supposed to play COD? You know what I mean? Honestly, like the odds of me going back to Halo are pretty high because it's installed. I have it. To buy COD full price, buy COD, play it. I don't know. I think I would just probably default, and maybe it's to a lesser game. Maybe COD is better than Halo Infinite, but I think I would default to Halo before I would buy Call of Duty. And that's, when am I supposed to play Halo? Like I said, I want to play. I don't want to skip out. Like, I heard the Bayonetta 3 ending is awful, but I still want to play it. Mario Rabbids always looked good to me. I want to play Sparks of Hope. And then, what was the other game? Oh, God, Sonic. Sonic I will buy on like a deep, deep discount, but I do want to play it. What game are you most hyped for after God of War? So, well, I kind of cheat. So how I do it is I have like a far out hype one, and then I have a close hype one. So like, I was more hyped for Gotham Knights than God of War, but that's because Gotham Knights came first. But if you ask me overall, I would say God of War. So my confusing answer, Hogwarts, would be in the next 5-6 months. That's easily my most anticipated. If you want super far out, Wonder Woman, the Wonder Woman game, or BioShock, those would be 2. And then if you want something like really close, the next game I'd be looking forward to is The Devil in Me. Big one would be Callisto. So like I'm going to get The Devil in Me, I'm going to get Somerville, I'm going to get Evil West, and I'm going to get Callisto Protocol and Midnight Suns. Out of that group, Callisto Protocol would be my most hyped. And then Crisis Core. I'm really pumped. Really pumped to play. I guess I'm really pumped to play another Final Fantasy game because I've never played Crisis Core. So, I still like the Bayonetta ending, to be honest. Good. There was so much, what would be the word? Garbage in regards to Bayonetta 3 from, the voice actress, Jen Taylor, to then all the political stuff that was going on online about her sexuality and all that kind of stuff. So it's hard to tell who was even saying the ending of the game is awful, because so many people were mad about some like personal preferences of Bayonetta that it was all so terrible that you can't trust morons. So I don't even know who to believe. So yeah, Gotham Knights was fun, to be honest. Yeah, it got to me, and I think I said this maybe in yesterday's video, like Gotham Knights, it definitely, I think, ran its course for me. Like, I'm done. I don't really have a purpose or need to go back in. Tomorrow, God of War overshadows everything, and I just have game after game after game after game. I'll go back to Gotham Knights for the Heroic Assault, which is actually 3 weeks today, so that's fun. But after that, I don't really see the need. It'll always mean so much to me for... Oh, my wife's home. It'll always mean so much to me for, like, the lead up to it. But, the game's out. And then there was a lot of other games out. The political stuff. Yeah, well, there was political stuff for it. And then there was also herself. And her herself really shouldn't have handled that situation. Hogwarts Legacy at number 1, Spider-Man number 2, and Jedi Survivor would be one for like long term for sure. Wolf Among Us Season 2, that would be a high one. There's a lot of games, or Alan Wake 2. I'm trying to think because there's a lot of games kind of in like the back half, let's say, of next year that don't have release dates or anything that I'm super interested in. They kind of slip under the radar because of no release date and stuff. And, but yeah, next year, if all the games release next year when they should, next year can be like the best year for several. I've talked about it before, like 2020. Luna. That's my dog talking. 2020 was a real, like looking back now, 2020 was a big, strong year for games. 2021 was not, and then 2022, this year, really wasn't either. It could have had Elden Ring, and it has God of War, and it has Horizon. Like, it does have some big games. But, overall, I think the last 2 years have been very, very weak. And 2020 was pretty big. So I think 2023, and that does happen. Like the gaming industry, I think historically kind of goes back and forth. Like strong year, bad year, strong year, bad. It goes like that. It's a little different now where it's had 2 bad years, and then now it should be a good year. 2019, I don't actually remember. I don't remember 2019, so I don't know what games came out that year. So yeah. What was the game you previewed the week Gotham Knights came out? The week Gotham Knights came out. Oh God, I don't know. I probably would have done. Well, I did God of War. I've done Evil West. I've done The Devil in Me. I think those are the only games. Sonic. Those are the only games I think I've previewed, quote unquote. I reviewed New Tales from the Borderlands. I don't know. Bayonetta 3, just a big miss. Really? Well, you mean the voice stuff, or did you play it? My Far Out stuff, the things based on stuff. Wolverine. Yeah, see, I forget. Some of these games literally just, yeah. Wolverine, Black Myth Wukong. That's a great one. RoboCop, Time Splitters, Crisis 4. Yeah, so, yeah. Oh, see, I forgot about Crisis 4. Crisis 4 would be one for me. Like that, Crisis 4's comparable for me is like BioShock. Super far out. Don't really know anything about it. Deus Ex, that's a good one. Yeah. I get excited for like projects people are making, like The Last of Us multiplayer I'm excited for. Fable, I'm really excited for Fable. In terms of Xbox, Fable I think is my number one. Hellblade 2, super ready for. Starfield, I'm definitely excited for, but I think Fable and Hellblade, I'm more excited for those. I like the new game with magic. The main character is a girl. Forspoken continues, and I think people are pointing this out. Forspoken's gameplay looks a lot like Infamous, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. That's actually good, but it does. It looks a lot like it. I'll see we caught up. Cute dogs in the background. Thank you. They won't shut up. Is the audio low? It could have been low because my wife came in and everything was thrown through a loop. Philip says hello. Oh. You said you got a code. Oh, that I think that was Tales. New Tales from the Borderlands. I reviewed that game. I think. Or yeah. I played Scorn. I did a little impressions video here on Scorn. I played all the way through New Tales from the Borderlands. I did a review on the main channel. Didn't I do another review on the main channel besides New Tales from the Borderlands? Oh, Resident Evil. I also did that. But I got a code for Tales, for New Tales. So. Huh? The game with the mouse. Plague Tale. Plague Tale was the week before. Plague Tale was actually 2 days before Gotham Knights. Yeah. Plague Tale I got a code for, and that game's my game of the year. Until maybe tonight. I wonder if the first 2 hours of God of War Ragnarok is going to be better than the entirety of Plague Tale. I'll be honest, I don't think it will be. I think God of War I think it's going to be my favorite game this year. I will, say that out loud. I do think it's going to win, but it's going to have to work for it. Because I'll be honest, I don't think it would have had to work for it too bad if it was if Plague Tale didn't come out or if Plague Tale wasn't good. Horizon was my game of the year, and it's kind of like a weak game of the year for me. I'm not saying it's not like I hate Horizon, but again, this year and last year have not been super strong. Like last year, some of the best games were Guardians of the Galaxy, which is a really good game. Another one for me was Life is Strange. It Takes Two was a phenomenal game last year, but I don't know how those games hold up in like really strong years. Like those probably aren't the best games of the year. So, oh yeah, I got a code for if Sony's watching. I got a code for Horizon a day early. But yeah, so I don't know. Like God of War, I think could easily beat Horizon just because Horizon was a really good game and I love it, but I don't think it would. A game like God of War, I think, is just bigger than it. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah. But Plague Tale, play Plague Tale. If you guys haven't played a Plague Tale Requiem, that game deserves your playthrough. It sold over 1 million copies, so I'm really happy about that. I don't know if it's sold. 1 million people played it. That includes Game Pass, but I don't know. Sometimes Game Pass doesn't get as many people as you think that plays a game. Redfall, Perfect Dark. Redfall I am excited for, but like if I were to rank Redfall compared to probably even any other Xbox game, Redfall, like I know it's Arcane and all that, but I think Redfall falls pretty far down. It's not in the same stratosphere as Starfield or Hogwarts, or even I would even say, like Forspoken and Redfall probably are kind of similar. No, just what happened. The whole thing was messed up with Bayonetta. Oh yeah. The voice actress. Yeah, she should have probably came at that from a different angle. Since we going for games coming in the future, we have to also see the 3 new Marvel. Yes. The Captain America Black Panther one is definitely my most anticipated. The Black Panther EA one that's rumored, that one could be fun. The Iron Man one, so yeah, lots of stuff. And then we have WB Montreal's second game, so another DC game we know for sure is coming. There's so many. That's the good thing with the gaming industry that I have to keep reminding myself on is, you build up, you get really excited for one game, that game comes out, there's a general kind of like a void that needs to be filled where it's like, oh man, the game's out. Like it's not, you can't talk about the lead up anymore. And then there's just another game, right? Gotham Knights did it, and then God of War, and then Callisto and Midnight Suns and all that stuff. So it just happens with the gaming industry. It's kind of fun. Do you have any thoughts on the possibility of a new Civ game? Oh yeah, I like the Civilization games. I like Total War. I think is my favorite kind of that group. Normally with those games, I will buy them either at launch or later, and I will play them pretty heavily, like within the first couple days, and then I'll stop. And I do that probably for any kind of strategy game, even like 2 Point Campus, which I think is a great game. I have it. I played it for like 3 hours the first night. I never went back. And I really liked it. It's just, I don't know. Those games can't hold my attention for very long is the issue. But I love all of them. Honestly, I love Civ. Civ is definitely a good one. I'm excited for when is it Age of Empires? When Age of Empires, which I have the 4th one on PC, when they start coming out on Xbox, I think I would, if they're on Game Pass, which I think they would be, I would get them because I do like them. Like Zoo Tycoon. Now, like my favorites of all time, Zoo Tycoon. Zoo Tycoon is my all-time favorite strategy sim kind of game. Or Sims. Sims 2 is also kind of up there. I'll be playing the new Playtale soon. Just need to beat the first one. The last boss is a pain. Just, yeah. What would be the word? Like not barrel through it. Like just push on. Push through it. And now the second game has some annoying moments because what we realized is the second game will tell you things, and then if you're not listening carefully, there's really no visual cues of what to do. They tell you what to do, and if you don't catch, well, I did turn off a tutorial because it was very annoying. I think it was broken when I played it, but I played it early, so I don't know. It could have just been me. Just watch out. This Plague Tale Requiem has some annoying moments, but also has a lot of freedom. You can handle situations. Some of it we were very, very stealthy. Some of them we killed everybody. Some of them we wanted to be stealthy and then had to kill everybody. Some of them, there's a lot of different ways of going about it. A new Plague Tale game? Oh, God. I hope we get another one. I think it's still too soon talk about the next one because of the ending of Requiem, but I'm going to give it like a few more weeks and then it's going to be like common vernacular. So I think we'll get it. I think it's too big of a franchise for a studio that's not all that big, and it makes them so much money. I can't imagine they would stop. So I think they'll make it work. And it only took them 3 years to make this. 3 years. So it was 2019 for Innocence, then Requiem was now. So hopefully in another 3 years we get another game. And they make Flight Sim. I didn't even remember / know that. I mean, this is Sobo team that makes Plague Tale. They make all sorts of games, and they do phenomenal kind of at everything. Zoo Tycoon was fun. Yeah, like Zoo Tycoon, Sims 2, those were just like games I would play every day, anytime I had the chance when I was younger. I don't know which one came first, but I know like Zoo Tycoon, and then I did like there was like the aquarium kind of DLC for it, where you could build aquariums and stuff like that. And I love to death that stuff. Yeah. So that game was awesome. I think I could still play it. I don't I have a disc of it. I don't even know if you can still play it because it's so old. But I think I would if I could. And the new ones just don't do it. Like, is it Planet Zoo? I think it's that. It's solid, but it just, I don't know, it lacks something that the original had. And hopefully the new Park Beyond or whatever it is for the amusement park game where you build the roller coaster too, it's from the Planet Coaster team. That game looks awesome, and I hope it's good. Thanks for the warning, Alex. Also, do you think Loki will be the new protagonist in God of War, or will it still be Kratos? I'm hoping for Kratos, but I don't want it to be spoiled. So I think it'll still be Kratos. I'll also, yeah. Yeah. I wonder if they'll call him Loki by the end of the game. We'll see. I think they will. After watching reviews and gameplay, I'm still unsure about Sonic Frontiers. I'm going to wait for yeah. Pick it up. Plenty to play with Ragnarok, Devil in Me, and Callisto Protocol. Yeah, we're one of the same. We have the same kind of style, you and me. Yeah, I'm the same way. Like Sonic, like if there was nothing coming out, maybe I would get Sonic full price. But with how it looks and how it runs and all that stuff, and it just doesn't. I'm happy. Like, people say they're really liking it, and that's awesome. I'm really happy about that. But it doesn't look like it's going to be the most fun in the world. And if I got it, say today, well, I would stop playing it tonight. So I would play it for like 3 hours. You know, it's a waste of money. So I'll wait for a huge sale, and it's not like I'll be missing it because I'll have 5 other games to play in the next month, and then by the time I'm done with those games and can play Sonic, hopefully it's on some sort of massive sale. So that's I think that'll work out pretty well. 2018 and 19, we didn't get many games because of the virus. The virus started in 2020. I don't think 2018 was a big year because that was Red Dead 2, that was God of War, that was Spider-Man. So okay, I don't remember 2019. Let me look. And I'll have to get off in a little bit, but just as a warning, 2018 I know was a huge year in gaming. 2020 was a huge year. It's possible. 2019 I think was Jedi Fallen Order, Death Stranding. I can remember those two off the top of my head. Oh God, did Kingdom Hearts 3 come out? Yeah. Let's see. Where is it? Yep, Kingdom Hearts 3 and Resident Evil 2's remake. And was Life is Strange 2 still coming out? Jesus Christ. Okay, 2019 was kind of big then. Anything in February? Crackdown 3, Jump Force was in 2019. That gem. Anthem was no way. Anthem was only 2019. I felt like that happened 30 years ago. I'm gonna keep going. Let's see. Nothing, it looks like, in Sekiro. Unravel 2 was also those were in March. Let's see. I guess I'm just gonna go through the whole thing at this point. April. I'm seeing like re-release. Oh, Days Gone was that year. Still Life is Strange. Plague Tale Innocence was that year. So I think 2019 seems kind of like a low-key. Layers of Fear 2 seems like can I maybe just look from the top here? They don't really. I wish there was like a nice way of Outer Wilds, Control, Death Stranding, Apex Legends was 2019. So yeah, there was some big stuff, I suppose. 2018 definitely stands out. 2020 definitely stands out, I suppose. 2019 also was kind of, but wasn't Star Wars there? Medieval. Let's see. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint. That wasn't very good from what I can remember. Yeah. Ni no Kuni stuff. That was a pretty... I mean, I don't think it was very even that year, but it was pretty big. So really it was 2020 was big, 2021 was not, 2022 we're getting there, and then 2023 is when the floodgates open. Yeah, Resident Evil 2 remake, and so looking back, 2019 started out massive, right? Resident Evil 2 and Kingdom Hearts within like a week of each other. And I remember, I mean, obviously, like, I covered Kingdom Hearts so much, and a big franchise for me, but Kingdom Hearts 3, I believe, was the fastest selling and the best selling Kingdom Hearts game of all time. So it definitely, it started out the year, not just for the franchise of Kingdom Hearts, but just in general. It did really well. It did really well. Your dogs are awesome. Thank you. Yeah, they provide some, they're both sleeping now. They provide some much needed engagement in the back. I have messed with green screens, mainly fictional green screens, not an actual green screen I have. I do want to try it out. This actually would have been a good time to do it. But one of these days I'll do a green screen for the live stream. But then you can't see the behind the scenes, and I just feel like my living room is such a big part of my streams nowadays, and then the dogs. If I have a green screen, how are you guys supposed to see the dogs, right? You wouldn't. When's the latest Lego game came out? Well, it was Lego Star Wars. So this year. I don't actually know the last Lego game beyond that. I don't keep track necessarily of the Lego games. Huh? The Lego games I've always liked quite a bit, but I've never played through. I also don't think they can really grab my attention all that well, where Harry Potter or Pirates or Indiana Jones or any of them, I normally don't make it through like all of the package. And then, like, remember when they did Lego Star Wars Force Unleashed or Force Awakened? Force Unleashed. That'd be fun. But remember that one where it was a Lego game? It was a full price game, and it was literally just episode 7. I felt like I don't know how you could drag something out more than what they did in that game. Quality-wise, it was pretty okay, but dear Jesus, to pay full price for a game that normally does multiple movies, and it only did one movie, and then it stretched it to be as tedious as possible, quite annoying. Quite annoying. So I'm glad they went back. Lego Skywalker Saga is definitely, moving in the right direction. That was all the same studio, I believe. So yeah. All right, guys, I'll probably leave you here. So in just, at this point, now 7 hours, I'll be doing God of War Ragnarok. Let me know in videos, etc., of, what you want to see over the next couple days. I can maybe live stream the game on the main channel tomorrow or Thursday. I just don't want to be spoiled. I don't want to live stream God of War in the first couple hours and have somebody spoil the ending. Because I probably would see, like, I'd block the person, but I'd have to see the comment first, so that would be pretty annoying. So I'll try maybe to do that tomorrow. Huh? Yeah, but if it would be like tomorrow during the day, you're at work. Well, I kind of gone back and forth. Anywho's, so yes. What else? So yeah, I'll do God of War. There'll be God of War videos that start tomorrow as well. Whatever kind of pops up, and then once I beat the game, I'll do like I'll review the game. I'll do like a ending of the game kind of discussion. We'll talk about the next God of War game. So I'll do a lot of videos once I beat it, and I just gotta get to beating it. So I think that's everything. Thank you all for being here. I know kind of a random Tuesday on the second channel live stream, but I appreciate it, guys. So thank you for being here, and I'll see you on both these channels tomorrow. All right, take care.